Okay, Simone, so this situation is messy, but I'm about to explain it. So basically, Donovan and Peter been out here bombing boats coming out of Venezuela, claiming that they got drugs on them and the drugs coming to America, even though everybody and their mama know that them drugs is really going to Europe. Europe need to handle that if they got a problem with it. And everybody and their mama said that this don't got nothing to do with drugs or none of that. What it really got to do with is Donovan and his homeboys trying to take over the oil reserves over there in Venezuela. And Venezuela is basically calling America colonizers, colonialists. That's what they said the other day. But anyway, so this is what was going on. So Donovan and Peter, they was bombing the boats that was coming up out of Venezuela, saying they had drugs on them. Well, on September 2nd, they bombed one of them boats. But apparently when they bombed the boats, it was two people who were still breathing on that boat. So somebody, they trying to figure out who. Apparently the people in the cabinet having a meeting, having a secret meeting, trying to figure out who made the call. But somebody made a call and was like, y'all need to double back and go finish the whole mission, right? So boom, they double back and they bombed the boat again. And so now them two people is gone. Apparently it was 11 casualties on the boat that night. So now senators, Congress people, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle is pretty much like, hold the hell on, that don't sound right. Like, one strike is cool, but it's a violation of the Department of Defense, y'all laws on war, and it's a violation of the Geneva Convention. It's a violation of international law. So basically, the Geneva Convention is basically like, look, people gonna have beef, right? People gonna have beef, and sometimes you're gonna have to duke it out when you got an issue with somebody. But if we finna have wars around this piece, like, we gonna have to have some sort of guidelines and rules and regulations so it don't get out of control. And one of the main rules is like, if this not your fight, stay up out of it and don't be bothering nobody who don't got nothing to do with this fight. People got on a uniform, you fight them people with a uniform. So when you go to war, you're not supposed to be bothering civilians, okay, medics, and people who already hurt and injured. You're not supposed to be bothering them. Leave them alone, because now you cheating. You know what I'm saying? Now, it ain't no such thing as a fair fight, but let's try to make this at least reasonable. So they pretty much like, y'all violating the rules. If y'all struck that boat, and yeah, them people were still living, but they was already hurt, or you had already bust your mission, whatever you needed to do, you was not supposed to double back and do that again. And it's the thing, we can't be out here violating the rules of war and then expecting people not to come violate the rules of war against us. That ain't even a whole story. The other part about it is that if they find out that these people violated the rules of war like that, it's no longer war. Now you just committed a homicide, basically. And so the people who did that, who was a part of that, who let that stuff go down, might have to go to court for a homicide. Y'all